David Bassel.
I am looking for Dr. Phill Gray. Phill, how are things?
David Bassel, I'm fine. How are you this morning?
Very good. It is Phill Gray, Senior Lines Manager for SportsInteraction.com. So good to talk to you. We're in studio, as you know, with Mark Zucchino from Golf Talk Canada, who joins us. And it's funny, I was telling Mark off air, our conversation, Phill, that's like, usually we talk to you about lines and figuring stuff out, and then you send me one, let's just talk golf with Mark instead.
It's funny because Phill wants to talk golf.
Yeah.
I want to talk wrestling. And John, who we just let go, wants to know if the line's going to move.
Yeah.
So
that's
The
exactly.
stars of a line this morning, David, because you got another wrestling and golf guy on the line here. You know, there are times when the line moves our way, I do my hacksaw Jim Duggan to the to the trading center. You know, I got my putter over my shoulder. I'm walking through. We killed it, baby.
and just for historical reference, the inaugural Royal Rumble winner, Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Ooh.
So it came full circle there,
Nice
Phill. Came full
reference.
circle.
Hey, when we talk about Tiger Woods in a tournament, and let's get into it a little bit, Phill. When we talk Tiger Woods, I'm guessing the action, so to speak, at Sports Interaction probably goes up significantly just because Tiger's such a public player. We know public teams in the NFL and the NHL and different leagues and throughout, but there may not be a more public player than Tiger Woods in the history of golf. Are you guys seeing significant wage increase when we know that Tiger's in Torrey Pines and Tiger, after an even round, is on the verge of making a weekend, which is, you know, he has to put together a nice Friday today. But does your books kind of equal what I just kind of stated?
Well, look from the start. I mean, what is he, 650th in the world, Mark, somewhere around there?
Yeah.
And he opened at 20. He opened at 20 to 1 to win this tournament. He's out to 40 to 1 today. But I had a number of really, really cool props up for him. I actually had Will Tiger have a hole in one at 125 to 1. Doesn't he almost jarred on 16? Well, that's Tiger, right? You know, I've had many Molson product-induced conversations with compatriots over the years. He's the most dominant athlete of our time. He's the most polarizing for sure. I mean, for a decade and a bit, it didn't matter what tournament he was in, whether it was a major or was a regular PGA Tour event. He opened at 3 to 1. That was the number. You didn't even have to look around. Tiger opened at 3 to 1. He's back. He looked good. I liked his presser. He looked good on Wednesday. You know, he seemed calm. He seemed relaxed, like Mark said. He played a pedestrian round for sure. His putting looked great. And if he keeps it in the fairway and he gets some of his mojo back, look, right now at the Masters, he's down to 10 to 1 at some books. 10 to 1.
That is crazy.
He's 5.5 to 1, even at the brick and mortars in Vegas to win a major this year. So that just tells you exactly where the public money is going.
So I guess that's my lead, Phill, to the next question. The public money. Is Tiger to the golf world and how you see the action around golf, is that like Patriot money in football or Peyton Manning Colts days in football where, you know, the public money, the casual gambler, the casual fan always takes the favorite to cover? Is that the Tiger bet in terms of golf world?
Absolutely, he's the most bet golfer in the field right now for the Masters. I mean, and look ahead. I mean, we have all 4 majors, and the players are all posted now as futures, and you can go through each event, and he is the most bet golfer by far.
That's very good. Hey, you know what? I have to tell. It's a little too late for some of our customers right now on SportsInteraction.com. And as we mentioned before, sign up for that $200 bonus on first time people that get on that site. And make sure you tell them you listen to it right here on Ron Mike Richards. You guys had a Pinata Pick for Tiger Woods and where he'd finish in this tournament. So I just you know how curious I am about these sort of things, Phill. So I threw down 3 different side bets on Tiger Woods Pinata. So the first one I threw down, so it's $1, and you get Tiger Woods. Is it at 71 or 71 to 1 odds of winning if you place properly? How did it actually work, Phill? Before I get into what my results were on that Pinata Pick.
It's like a lottery pick, and whatever result that you get in the Pinata, it's completely random when you bet it. If you get him, you know, if he comes in 14th place, it's going to pay 70 to 1. If he comes in, 60th place, it's going to pay 71. Pretty cool, right? And
it's very cool. I love your Pinata picks. As soon as I see that thing hanging and swinging back and forth, I'm like, it's Phill Gray guiding me in one more time, like a Jedi Knight.
That's unique to SIA, and we're going to have a really cool winning margin one for the Super Bowl, and we'll have a couple others. We're going to have like 3 or 4 up for the Super Bowl, and we're really expanding the Pinata, and we're excited about that because it's hugely popular with with
Love
our base.
it.
So every week you're gonna have it for PGA tournaments. You know, you're gonna have it for outrights for all the other major sports, for NASCAR. They're hugely popular in NASCAR as well. So we're really excited about that.
As soon as that horse is rocking back and forth on the stick, you got me hooked for at least $5 or $6. So the first one I throw down, Phil, I get it, and it says Tiger Woods to win the whole. So I'm kind of disappointed. So I try again, and it goes Tiger Woods, and this is interesting. These two next bets I'm very excited about. Tiger Woods to finish 23rd.
Really? See, now there's a sweet spot, right?
Yeah. And then the next one, and you got to remember, there's a lot of ties in golf. There's a lot, the next one is Tiger Woods to finish 45th.
Now, David, if this comes in, I'm coming to Toronto next week. You're taking me Real Sports for lunch.
well, hey, I have no problem if these are going to hit, but I love it. And yeah, definitely check that out on sportsinteraction.com. It's the Pinata Picks, and you have a lot of other stuff going on. Can you tell me in a nutshell, I know we're about to enter the week of Super Bowl, and that's kind of where things get going a little more. I know this is the off week. It kind of is cool out there, and you're not really thinking football, even though the last game of the season is coming up in days. But as far as props are concerned, what can people expect on the site and the amount of props? It's just, I guess the best way of describing Super Bowl is that's when everybody goes out and bets props, even if you don't really do it throughout the season.
It's a time of year for sure where recreational bettors sign up in droves. So we try and drive a lot of the people to the site with the prop bets. Last year we had well over 400. I'm looking at it now, and some of our prop guys and our marketing guys are starting to come in with some really interesting stuff. The entertainment props are the ones that really get out there in the media. One of the ones we're going to have, will Questlove and Pink wear Eagles merchandise and a dog?
Oh, yes.
Yep.
Interesting.
Come on, will Janet Jackson get on stage? That's a pretty good, another wardrobe malfunction,
There you go.
Is Justin Timberlake going to do a Prince song? Will there be an NSYNC reunion? That actually came from Steve Rapp's daughter, so we're going to post that. Will there be an NSYNC reunion? Dave, you want to put a line on that?
Yeah, let's hope not.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Joey Fatone came out this week, said there isn't going to be.
It's because he's at the Mandarin.
Interesting. Yes, like the restaurant.
Yes, he won't
not
leave
the
Have
actual.
you seen Joey Fatone in a while?
David, you knew that kind of bugs me.
Well, here's my impression of Joey at the Mandarin is, I'll have another. So. or yes, please.
Yeah, please.
So, I mean, at the end of the day, management's probably locking up the shop and closing off the lights and going, Joey, get the hell out of our place, man. It's time to leave. It's 10 o'clock at night.
Does this look like a man who's had all he could eat? To steal a line from The Simpsons, Phil. Two quick questions for you. Is this a Rob Gronkowski line that he's playing? Or is this a line that assumes that he's playing next Sunday? Or is this a current line that assumes that he isn't playing? Because right now, from what I've heard most recent, is that it's up to an independent doctor under protocol of the NFL to determine whether he's good to go. And part two of that, what would this line be right now if Wentz was starting for the Eagles? Is it a pick 'em at that point?
No. The last I saw, he didn't practice yesterday, and I saw that about the independent doctor as well. So this is a line, that the books are just kind of thrown out there because we have to. And I talked last week on Inside the Lines, and for sure we saw that opening on 7. I would have thought, without the Gronkowski injury and without the Philadelphia's complete dominance of Minnesota, this line would have moved north of 7. I would have expected to be at 8 or 9. With the doubt with Gronkowski and Philadelphia's performance has certainly come down, sitting on 5 now. If he's not going to play, boy, this would it get down to a field goal? I would hesitate to say no, but maybe 3.5 or 4. If Carson Wentz was playing, this would have sat on 3 for sure. But again, the Gronkowski injury would have came in and made it. It could have gone down below 3. But I would have expected with Carson Wentz was playing, and it would have sat on 3, and maybe the public money would have pushed it to 3.5 by kickoff. Limits are still low across most of the books right now. You're looking at 25% is all you can get down, even in Vegas. Once we get later in the week and everybody goes to full limits, you're going to see the professional money come in, and that's where the line is really going to move.
Yeah. Now, do we see this line going crazy? And which way would you describe it, going up or down, as far as the 5 is concerned right now?
Well, looking at the action right now, everything's trending towards Philadelphia on the spread and the money line. The money line is going to be a huge concern because when you get to the paying that kind of money. They're like 160 right now. With us, you can probably get it 180 if you go to a shop in Vegas. So that's pretty attractive for people that see the payout, right? I'm gonna pay $10 and I'm gonna get $18 back, right? So that's pretty it's pretty attractive. And when we see that, that's when the money line gets really scary. We saw that last week with Jacksonville and New England. We dodged the bullet there. Boy, that would have been a huge payout on a Jacksonville win. Huge payout. They closed it 4-1. So for every buck we were paying out $4.
Man, that's cool. Hey, next week you're going to join us here in studio. Is this true? You're not going to back out on us or anything, are you, Phill?
Absolutely, I'm booked. I'm coming to torture George all day Sunday on Inside the Line. He can't wait.
Well, we love you here and over there. Well, I love you there. But we'll get to that later. Mark has a final question for you, Phill.
Phill, I just want to squeeze in one last golf. What's the futures right now on Justin Rose at Augusta? Because he is my long-term pick to walk away the green jacket this year.
I think he's around 12-1. I'd have to check it, but he'll be around there. He'll be around $10. Boy, what a great golfer! Yeah, man, what a swing.
How can you finish that many times top 5 year in year out and not eventually walk away with one? I think this might be the year. So
interesting. Does it play in favor of him right now, Z?
Yeah, well, he played very well in the quote unquote off season, winning tournaments in Europe and whatnot. He's a little sluggish out of the gates on the PGA Tour, but you watch. By the time we get to the Florida swing in March, he'll have another win under his belt.
Wicked.
He's a guy I wouldn't bet against on a Sunday. He's rock solid now. He's got a couple of those big wins under his. So I wouldn't see him folding on a Sunday. And actually, right now I wasn't close. I wasn't far off. He's at 18-1. So Mark, that's a great pick right now.
Getting in early on that one.
Because I'm sure by April that's going to drop.
Phill, don't be adjusting those lines when you get off the call with us, okay? I may latch on to Z's picks there with that. But hey, you know what? Always good talking to you, Phill. Thank you again. And next week we look forward to seeing you right in this chair beside me. Should be a lot of fun. Super Bowl is always fun for all different kind of reasons. Even if you don't have a dog in the race, and on sportsinteraction.com, that is the destination place to be when you're making that wager or two on the big game. So thanks so much. Safe travels, and we will see you in 7 days.
You bet, buddy. Thanks. See you next week.
Thank you, Phill. Phill Gray, our senior lines manager at sportsinteraction.com. Always good to talk to him.
What? Did we just become best friends? Yep.